Hello everyone, Venus here. First thing, as you can see, I have a new light in the office and it's a little problematic, you see. So for the rest of the vlog, I need to take my glasses off. Much better, I think. So what's up? What's going to be in this video? We have several topics to talk about. First, my break, then modding, YouTube, and Warhammer 3. Yes, we are going to talk about Warhammer 3 in this video. So let's get to it. First of all, I hope you can hear it. Quite epic music thanks to Sebastian Hejnakowski. He's from X Eternity channel. He's a music composer and proposed to work with us for the YouTube videos and maybe some future projects that we may talk quite soon. So about my break, let's get to the chase. We had many reasons why I went on a break after the last DLC. It was whole situation with Pierce, with better Sidious mods, big misunderstanding, hopefully solved thanks to CA, and we are on very good terms right now with Pierce. We even cooperated on one thing, and I hope that such situation will never be again on this community, and of course I'm very sorry for it again. But it was not only the reason, because we had renovation, we had Discord drama, we had working on an update, whole stressful situation about everything around. But there was also one thing that I didn't want to talk because I was quite not ready just yet, but I was quite stressed about it because my wife was not in full health, I would say. But it's because I'm gonna be a father again. Yes, my wife is pregnant and we are waiting for our second child, and we knew about it for several months but just didn't want to share it because first months are crucial for such stuff. But yes, I'm going to be a father. I'm very happy about it. My wife also. Alex is not understanding anything right now what's happening, but I hope he will like his sibling. So yeah, this was one thing that one reason why I went on a break. During the break, besides staying with Alex on the snow, because there is a lot of snow in Poland and I'm a person that really likes snow. Like, I love snow, I love winter. I'm not a fan of summer because it's too hot for me. I like winter, like, really like it. So yeah, we took everything we could from this winter time in Poland with Alex. Besides that, I was also playing some games. Maybe you're interested in some of those. I was playing Skull. It's a roguelike game. I received it from the developers for free. It's not an advertisement video, but I just want to share it because I received it for free. Game's cool, but I would recommend it only for people that really like roguelikes because it's a cool game, but it's lacking of content right now. So for its price, I would wait for a sale. But overall, if I would rank it, I would like 7 out of 10. If you really like roguelikes, you should go Dead Cells Hades, or a new one that was just released, The Curse of the Dead Gods. Very cool game, I'm playing it right now. Other games I played is Spellfall 3, mostly the base game and the Soul Harvest. I'm in expansion right now, very good hybrid of RTS and RPG. Maybe I will make a separate video about it, we shall see. No plans for that right now. Besides that, there was a question if we're going to play Valheim, and to be honest, if people would like, we can make a Valheim server or something like that. I don't know how it works. I never played such games, but people say that I should play it, and maybe as a community we will have some fun. Who knows? So yeah, free time, this break with my family, playing some games. For a long time I didn't play any game for like normal playing, not modding and playing. Yes, I'm very happy and my mind is very fresh and I'm ready to work, and how much I'm ready to work you will see in a minute. let's get to the second section of this video, so modding. So what's with the modding? We changed the angle because I want to show you something that we did. Yes, High Elves as a faction rework is ready in 90%. The fact that I was on the break doesn't mean that team was on the break. Team was helping, I was modding from time to time only, but still. So High Elves rework is ready in 90% right now. I would like to show you some glimpse of the mechanics that we made for the High Elves rework. Teclis is the first one. As you can see, he have new army abilities on the right side, and those army abilities represent lore of the magics that High Elves have in campaign. So we have Shadow, High, Life, Beast, etc, etc. And those spells are in most cases just better version of the spells that those lore have, like Great Byrona's Time Warp, or Wind Wave, or that was a special one, the Fate of Juna. Some are more unique, like High Elves 1. Dome of Protection is a new custom ability that is a reference to Teclis in his Warhammer II appearance in his trailer, when he protected the spearmen from the rookie bolts. And how those things will work in the campaign. Let's go to the campaign. So in campaign, Teclis is not starting with all of those cool spells that you saw in the custom game. They are here, yes, but they have 0 charges. To unlock them, Teclis needs to do something, and he needs to generate HOF mastery, HOF knowledge. So in the technology tree on the top, you can see HOF knowledge that will be generated by Teclis itself, lore masters of HOF, and events. And if we go back to Teclis, you can see campaign effects, HOF knowledge generated +2 per turn. Our lore master of HOF generates 1 per turn. There are also several new events dedicated to this new resource, and this resource can be used on the new tech tree. Of course, this is whole just in works. UI won't look that way, the text won't look that way, so don't be afraid. Each lore of the magic will have 3 different technologies. First, we'll be unlocking this specific lore army ability for Teclis and Archmages, getting to that in a minute. Second will be about a small campaign bonus and bonus to this lore. And the last one will be lowered upkeep for all spellcasters, because Teclis about mages, and small bonus to all units, so a faction-wide stuff. Like this one is for example for lore of metal, sorry. This is for lore of high magic, it's increasing ward save for all units, etc, etc. When you get all core ones, so unlocking the army, you can go to the final one that have better effects. And as I was saying, Teclis is getting all of them, so unlocking one of them unlocks all, or unlocking one will be unlocking all for Teclis, and also for the specific Archmages. Let's go with Archmage of Life. We recruit him, and you can see she already have new ability. It's called Gaia Blood, and this ability is showing one, but it's locked. Small, cool mechanic, I think, for the Teclis will make his playthrough a little bit better. What's up with Alariel? Alariel was very neglected when her DLC was released. I think it's one of the worst DLCs that was released for the Warhammer 2, but this update will try to make it a little better. Alariel core mechanic is called Defender of Wolf 1, so depending on how many regions High Elves have in Wolf 1, she have different bonuses. We added small bonuses to it and negatives, so mechanic is a little bit more dynamic, I would say, but besides that, she also received new things. She will be able to generate new resources called Gifts of Isha. They are generated from technologies, high trust in Aurelior, so this mechanic that I show you, and the power of nature Alaria presence in the provinces. When your starting base cap of it is 0, you are not able to generate it until you make a first technology that gives generation of it and capacity. To do it, you need a World Roots entrance building, and when you do it, you will be able to unlock this whole new technology. Then, each of the first tiers of the technology require your attention and new resource of Gifts of Isha. And Gifts of Isha, each of those is the same, but unlocking different branch, giving war save to Alaria and increase capacity. They have different bonuses, small campaign bonuses. We really don't want to go like over the top with the bonuses to make them stacking like crazy. But also with those small bonuses, it's also generating more Gifts of Isha. And what's more important, those Gifts of Isha will be mostly used on infantry units, because all infantry units in Alaria roster are getting upgrades. Don't mind the icons, though are from the Morgur, so still in works. And each of your unit will be able to get, using a scrap upgrade system, one of the Gifts of Isha. And those gifts are, again, small bonuses, but a way to change your mechanic in campaign. Let's talk about a Shadow King right now, one of my favorite characters in High Elves roster. Very quick. First of all, his ASR camp is getting new level, with being changed into more like a garrison thing, so all the effects of his first building will have bigger effects on the second level, and have things like increased missile and weapon strength for all armies when under siege. So it's working like a little garrison, and also providing more units garrison. We have also a new unit. It's hidden because I will show you it in a minute. Right of Morai Heg, that was spawning the unique character, was changed a little bit. Is having effect right now, and it's 5 turns duration and have movement range increase, damage, but lowers the defense. Also will be generating Loeg's Blessing. Loeg's Blessing is a new resource that will be used on a new technology tree. As you can see, gain it from Right of Morai Heg and used on technologies. And it will be unlocking, very simple idea, I think, unlocking 4 different technologies that's giving different sources of income, and each of those again will be unlocking some upgrades, and those upgrades are a different little bit. First branch is like making your infantry units much stronger in melee, but also more vulnerable, so because Alphanor is all about attack and get back. Same with range units, cavalry, monsters, etc. We have also a whole tree dedicated to killing Dark Elves, because who don't like killing Dark Elves? And the last one is with characters, and if you unlock those 4, you can still generate Rolex Blessing to get the final one that gives some faction-wide bonuses. Shadow Striders are a new unit for Alphanar. They are working similar to Shadow Walkers, but they are only melee unit. And purpose of this unit is quite simple, giving Alphanar a way to have a front line. Their anti-large unit with bleed. As I said, they are working similar to Shadow Walkers, with the difference they have very high melee defense, and they have a new ability that doesn't have a name. When they are under 50% of health, they will spawn clone on themselves like a decoy, and for 60 seconds this decoy will be taking damage. And that will be all for Alphanar. Again, didn't want it to make a lot of changes for him, just a small things to make his campaign a little bit more interesting. What's new for the Imrik? Imrik's campaign is one of the hardest in the game, not because even of his position, but the fact that his position does not support High Elves playstyle that's based on ports and trade. So what's with Imric? First of all, let's go to the Dragon event. As you can see, we have some cool new options. First of all, leaving the dragon gives benefits right now. It wasn't giving any benefits. Right now it's giving you dragon heritage, no resource, talk about it in a minute, and some money. His effects of dragons were increased a little bit, so you can go with consult the dragon option without thinking like, oh my god, I just lost something, yeah? So going consult dragon is better right now. Parting with the dragon is giving more influence. Let's leave it be. Why we want to leave it be? Because if we go to the technology tree, we have a new resource called Dragon Heritage, and it's generated from Dragon Encounters and Legendary Dragon traits. As you saw, Dragon Encounter gave it 5, but if you would kill the dragon, you would get +1 per turn. And it's used on a new tech tree. Again, tech tree varies, but give me a minute. This technology tree is giving Imric a way similar to Alifronar to change his playstyle with a thing that Imric is missing, so court intrigues. So each of the technologies not only changes some playstyle and giving small bonuses, but also giving him weapons, armors, followers and banners. Some of the examples, like lowering income from entertainment building but increasing post-battle, etc. We made some tests and all of those make Imric campaign much more pleasant. To make it even simpler, you are starting with Dragon Heritage already, so you can pick one of those technologies, so making your campaign a little bit easier. Also, Dilemma with Caledor will be giving better rewards right now, so not confederating Caledor will be giving you faction might growth bonuses. Again, a thing that Imric have huge problems with. What's with Tyrion? I'm not going to show everything, just a glimpse, because his mechanics is still at work. Thanks to Papa Joe, we'll be able to give Tyrion a thing that I always wanted to give him, a way of showing that he's elite. People, high elves that fighting under him, I'm always only the best of the best. So in campaign, he will be able to upgrade his unit to higher tier. It's not like every unit will be changed, but those units upgraded will be changing their appearance and also some of the stats, maybe new mechanics. I will give you two examples of Spearmen and White Lions. Spearmen, those are normal Spearmen, and those are upgraded Spearmen with the cool armor, a little bit more better stats, etc. Having army contained with such Spearmen, I think, yeah, it will look quite epic. Now we're going with White Wolves. White Wolves are dope looking already, but we thought that why not make them as epic as possible. Of course, the thing you're going to shoot maybe is not going to be in the final game, but in terms of testing right now, that's how they will be looking after upgrade. They will become a Phoenix Guard as they were before. So they have swords and halberds. They're using Elfarion animation, but I think they are looking quite cool. We'll see. One was screaming quite loud. More units would be changed in a way like that, but don't expect units like Swordmasters of Hoth or Phoenix Guard change for the Tyrion. What's with Elfarion? I didn't talk about him at all, and Elfarion is not getting much really, because we made some changes to all of his mechanics when DLC was released. Only thing that will be added, and it's still in the works, but it's like a few 4 hours or so work for me. He's getting new technologies that will require Warden supply, so the supply that you don't have any use late game, it will be used to make upgrades for the characters against specific factions. So you can get a technology that's increasing stats, specific stats of all your characters against specific factions, let's say greenskins. Simple, but it will make his campaign a little easier. Those would be all main changes for the High Elves. Also, we have some smaller changes for the faction overall, again thanks to the Proper Joe, but I don't want to talk about them. There will be a separate video about it soon. High Elves will be probably ready at the end of this month, so in a week, and we are moving to Dark Elves. And we have plans to release this update at the end of the March. Yes, the pace is that fast, thanks to this office and all of your support. You saw already how much is done for the High Elves, and we are moving to Dark Elves. Also, we are planning to give legendary locked mechanics to the Lizardmen with this update. More news about it soon. This is an infographic that will be showing you things that are done, not planned at all that will be just done in SFO soon. We have an example of Skaven, that's a faction that's fully done, Lizardmen, the faction that still needs sub-faction and legendary rework, or a faction like Vampire Coast, again with some small things that we are planning for them. We have such graphics for all of our factions, and those will be posted soon on our Steam Workshop and Discord media. I hope that those graphics will help you a little when talking about new stuff, what we want to add to SFO. I think it's enough about modding, so right now let's talk about... YouTube modding, yeah! We are planning, mostly I, but with some other creators, to make full modding guide videos. Right now, there is a fantastic guide made by Vandy and the Modding Den community about modding. The problem is that it's a very complex guide, and I would like to make it easier for all the new players to get into the modding. So we'll be starting from March. I plan to make one video a week with simple modding guides. What's modding, what tools are needed, very short videos showing what to do to make your own unit. Edit a mod or values that you don't like, where to find things like difficulty, where to find things like Imperium power, where or how you can change Chaos Invasion. Very simple things with a lot of small videos, always being up to date, that you will be able to just go, search, watch it 5 minutes, and you know everything what to do. I also want to have a modders interview there with some talented modders that are helping the community. I hope you will like such videos, and I think they will be able to make our community grow a little. Besides that, we are planning to expand on the YouTube content. I'm planning to make some vanilla videos also, showing you how vanilla works. Many people, for example, don't know how difficulty works in the game. I want to show you how it looks from the table perspective, what cheats AI have, what cheats it does not have, what building it's building, how some scripts are working. So like backstage stuff that you may have never think about it and game never explains to it, but it's very helpful when you know that. It's more like working like a trivia. There won't be many of those videos, but I think it would be a cool idea for the community again. That would be all in terms of the YouTube. I'm also planning some modding showcases and the podcast with Nathan from the Great Brook of Grudges, but news about it soon because we are still working on the format. Warhammer 3, guys! Yes, we are having Warhammer 3 this year. I'm uber happy about it. I really love the trailer, but the thing that I think I love the most is the fact that Chaos is getting 4 different factions. We are not getting one faction with just different legendary lords specific to the god. Yes, I'm uber happy about it. I really don't care about Kislev or the Cafe. I'm only caring about Chaos Gods right now because Chaos Gods are my faction. This is my favorite faction. This is the only faction that got me into Total War Warhammer in the first place. Even that it was shit. Let's say it. In Warhammer 1 it was shit. It still is in Warhammer 2 Vanilla. But yes. And because of that, I want to show you some goodies that my dad is doing right now. As you see, those are fully handcrafted chaos symbols from wood. Yes, my dad is doing them, and they are not ready just yet, of course. As you see, they will be painted. They will be fully painted by a professional tabletop painter from Spooky Rat Studio. She was painting my tabletops, and I will be showing you some of her creation. As you see, she is a very talented person, and I'm sure that those chaos symbols will look dope. We also have a plan to have a little diorama on the stables of those chaos symbols. So yeah, those will be looking very cool. They are around 50 centimeters high max, so they are not as big. I will be posting updates on those soon, and most importantly, for now, those are only for me, but for the future, when we will be much closer to Warhammer 3 release, yes, we will have a raffle and you will have an option to get those. For Patreons, of course. Patreons first for all of those stuff. I think it would be all for the main updates for the mod. Most important thing is also how we will going to move to Warhammer 3. There's a lot of question about it, and I have an answer. High Elves and Dark Elves update is planned to be released at the end of the March, and then we'll be moving to the last update that will be dedicated to the vampires and some minor factions, legendary lord mechanics. And we want to release it midsummer, and then it's end. We are waiting for Warhammer 3 and preparing for it. News on how SFO will be looking in Warhammer 3 will be posted when we'll be much closer to the release. So yeah guys, this will be all. Thank you everyone for watching. I know that this video is quite long, but I wanted to keep you all posted. Next update, full showcase, will be released when Dark Elves part will be done, so you will see all the new changes. I hope you like it, and what can I say more? Venris out!